tell me about the Kirsches again. We don't have time to expand upon the lore of the Kirsches. I have tangents to complete. I have tangents to complete, chat. And I wanted to talk about this woman. Dear MagickMoonshot. She tweeted out, I'd like to host ladies' Halo scrims on Saturday afternoon/evening. Who would be interested in playing? 4v4, best of fives, and round-robin format. Full teams, partial teams, and free agents welcome. No prize pool. Just for fun and practice. So this woman just wanted to set up something in her own Discord. Not in any official capacity. Just for fun. Zybulb, thank you for the tier 1 sub to Cancerous Humor. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just a fun little thing. What's scrims? A scrimmage. It's like you set up a team versus team. You know where this is gonna go. She lost all her sponsors because she wanted fun. Her next tweet about the happenstance. I am building out channels in my Discord for the ladies' scrims on Saturday. I love and value all people, and as a Christian, I believe God created people in his image as male and female. Genesis 5:1-2. Therefore, I will not be allowing trans players to participate. And I feel like if you're organizing something in your own free time because you want to do it, I don't really see the issue here. Who could have seen this coming?
How did her whole speech about how she gets stoned by subs to get this stream going if you like the content blah blah blah, how'd that get 0 subs? There are regulars here. $5 a month. How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5?
Thank you for the $5, you fucking weirdo. Thank you. And Decadent Goat, thank you for the $1. Remember not to bring Pop-Tarts to your off collab. But Pop-Tarts are fine as long as I don't chew them into the shape of a gun, because then I become a terrorist. Oh shit, how bad was the backlash? It was really bad to see. She has absolutely nothing in her bio anymore. And she used to have all of like her sponsors and partners in her bio. She has nothing. She has nothing anymore. Simply by wanting to do something in her free time and saying, you know, I have this religious belief, and so I want to only have this open to biological females. You still struggle to believe that take happened and was doubled down on. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, the Pop-Tart thing? I thought you meant what we were talking about now. I was like, what? Atheists don't really give a shit about religious belief. Why would she think that protects her from commies? I mean, I don't think she thinks it would protect her from commies. I think she was just explaining why she has that belief, you know? Should have known better than to be a Christian and not worship the state. That's true. She should have said she was Muslim. That's also true. And, so after that, we start out with, there's her response to the whole situation. I'll read her response after, because this is after she got cut from everything. Status Quo was the esports team that she worked with. Status Quo said, last month marked MagickMoonshot's last month under contract with Status Quo for her trial period. We were in discussion to re-sign, but in light of current matters, we're ending discussions. We will wait to see if there's a follow-up from Magick to recent matters before ever restarting conversations with Magick. We hope this to be a misunderstanding, as Magick has been nothing but amazing for SQ as a whole. Status Quo, from its very inception, has been a place of inclusion and diversity. We are all deeply saddened by the current situation, and do not condone what has been said. There will be absolutely no tolerance for hatred or discrimination within the gaming community. Differences and opinions will always be a factor in many of our life obstacles, but at Status Quo, we hope to give everyone a safe space to fall back to. Halo is for everyone. And I just want to remind you guys, the only 2 things she said to prompt this response from her being cut from an esports team, or an esports org rather, I think she was a caster, so she wasn't even like a player, was her talking about she doesn't want to allow trans women to participate in her scrims, in her private Discord, and saying that she's hosting a ladies' night. These are the only 2 tweets that she had made about the matter at the time that she was dropped from status quo. Halo's for everyone. She only said a little game room. These people know that there is no such thing as a safe space out in actual reality, right? Yeah. Difference of opinion is fine, unless you disagree with us. Pretty much. It's comply or get the fuck out. If she apologized after all of this and you have no sympathy, apologizing to those people is like running a marathon and then intentionally breaking your legs. I don't think she apologized. I didn't read all of these, but she does say that she, like, didn't make her post as clear as it should have been, because she said, I will not be allowing trans players. And she was specifically talking about trans women. She didn't want men to participate in the scrims. She wanted it to be biological women. Dude, you've got to vote for giant douche. And then after status quo, we also have this response. Someone tagged Advanced GG. Advanced GG is another, like, gamer powder supplement kind of thing. And they tagged Gamer Advantage, which is another company she worked with, and said, one of the creators you're working with seems to think dividing people is the right thing to do. And this person who tagged her sponsors had Advanced GG reply to them and say, thanks for reaching out. This person's values do not align with our own, and we have terminated our relationship with them. I can't imagine the kind of scumbag that you have to be to see something like this as a person building something in their free time and then tagging partners they work with to make money and wanting them cut from them. What was her name? MagickMoonshot is the woman we're talking about.
Today I fucked up by trying to inflate my penis like a dick balloon.
Boy DevOps, thank you for the heckin' $10 and the welcome back. Thank you. Thank you.
That was Gamer Subs? No, it was Advanced GG is the company. Advanced GG. It was not Gamer Subs. Well, politics, like all Marxism, is about submission and power. Yep. Unlike the people mad at her, MagickMoonshot is actually, oh my god. We're one step closer to the 1984 timeline. It's just absolutely crazy to me. Even people that I vehemently dislike and very much disagree with their stances and behavior, I would not want to go to their tweets and tag their partners and be like, you should drop this person because they disagree with my worldview. This is unironically men oppressing women. Unironically, though. Randall from Recess behavior. Yeah. And then, there's a little Dexterdo article thing here. Halo caster slammed for using Bible verse to exclude trans players from scrims. Halo caster MagickMoonshot announced on social media that she was building out channels in her Discord for women-only scrims and used a Bible verse in the same post to exclude transgender players from joining. And I think it's a little weird to make the sentence the way it is, considering they pose her as a Halo caster, which she was, but she wasn't doing this in an official Halo capacity. She wasn't doing it as the caster. She was doing it in her own Discord for people who wanted to have a fun time. She was not like, on behalf of Halo, I'm setting up scrims. Excluding vampires. Meanwhile, man wearing live TD big titty goth mommy like a skin suit continues to groom students and get gamer drink powder sponsorship. Oh man, there's another gamer drink sponsorship company that did some real fucking shady shit. I retweeted, I think that friendly guy was talking about Glitch Energy. They kind of fucked over their content creators pretty hard, so hopefully people do not patronize the Glitch company. You're so tired of the industry being astroturfed like this. Gaming went normie and then they swooped in and wrecked it. Why did the math book look so sad? Because of all of its problems. Thanks, Dad.
When's my Cheemsburger ready?
Oh, my headshot command is still working.
Nam, you need to kill the headshot command, please. Nimothy.
My code no longer works. Do not try to use the code. It doesn't work. It does not work. What did Glitch do? Glitch let go of all of their content creators, and then brought back a content creator program later on that gave content creators like the worst commission split I've ever seen from any of these companies. And they pay you in gift cards instead of actual money. And it just, it's real fucking bad. Okay, it's dead. Thank you, Nimothy!
Sex kittens at Kirsche Elder Org?
Why isn't the headshot code working? I did not renew my contract with Headshot. I decided to not renew with Headshot. I still love the Nibori, and I feel like he's doing a good thing with his company, but I have decided to go in a different direction. Paying someone in gift cards screams scam. Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad.
Officially ogre. Yeah.
Glitch is the one that sponsored Marina? Wait, no, I thought was it Glitch? Was it really? Oh, that's funny. That's funny, dude. If she... Okay, maybe I will have to bring that up after I'm done talking about this Halo person. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll go into that then. I'll go into that. I love and value all people, and as a Christian, I believe God created people in his image, male and female. Therefore, I will not be allowing trans players to participate. The post has since been a lightning rod for the Halo and esports community, as it has seen more reposts and replies than likes. Community members have slammed the post for invoking religion as a reason to exclude trans women from participating, with even public employees of esports organizations calling the caster out. The Lord is good to all. He has compassion for all he has made. It's Psalm 145:9. Do not use the Lord to justify your lack of acceptance and compassion for those who have not wronged you. The post has also caught the attention of Halo developer 343, with its senior community manager, John Giunskets, I can't pronounce his name, responding to the post. The best way to show that you love... Oh, this is a huge post. Hold on. I gotta open this in a new tab.
Henry James V, thank you for the hacking raid, dude. Welcome, raiders. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you had a good stream, my dude. I hope you had good stream.
It's time for her to become Muslim. Jesus. Can't wait to see a bunch of people who vehemently despise Christianity to quote Bible verses at her to convince her she's wrong. I don't believe in your principles, but I sure will use them against you. The best way to show that you love and value everyone is to be as inclusive and inviting as possible, no matter what their background may be. To that point, I assure you that ostracizing an already underrepresented group is not the right way to go about building a healthy community. The world is already too quick to block out people because of differences. If we want to help change that, we should all strive to be more welcoming whenever we can. Alongside so many caring people who have already replied, I strongly encourage you to listen to those sharing their experiences, reflect, and reconsider this approach. It was in her own Discord. She was doing this in her private time. Even if she wasn't, and she was like, I want to make a female-only, like, scrim league or whatever the fuck in Halo, I still don't see what the problem with that would be if there was also going to be a male counterpart to that one, right? Like, I genuinely don't see what the issue would be, but this is further than that because she wasn't doing it in an official capacity. It was in her own time, in her own Discord. Remember the LCS Game Changers? I remember. I fucking remember. Underrepresented is some bullshit when they're represented in everything. Not only is it some bullshit, but you shouldn't have to strive for representation in your own personal friend groups. That's fucking weird. Because they're not playing pretend. The Bible verse is also the Torah? Why do they never complain about this? They only do this because they think incorrectly that the dominant culture and religion of America and the Western world is Christianity. If they even bother looking at statistics, they would see that Christian church attendance is at a historic low in terms of the general population, and it's been this way for decades. I think they rail against it because the country was still built on, like, Judeo-Christian principles. And since the country was built on those principles, they need to do everything they can to rally against it entirely. And that's why, like, Islam doesn't get as much flack as Christianity or Judaism would for having literally the same opinions. They haven't destroyed Christianity yet, so they have to keep trying. Your personal friend group has the token white racist, token black racist, token Latino racist, token German racist. I love how diverse and inclusive racism is. Because Christians don't stone people. Oh my god. So you're saying it's easy. Oh my god. Church attendance is low because these same people infested churches and then people walked away. They don't attack Muslims as much because they know the Muslims will actually fight back violently and effectively. I mean, they are in the UK. It's like, it was really funny. It was really funny when they were like, the groups of Muslims protesting the school curriculum, and everyone was like, we're so surprised this is happening. Why would they want to protest against our curriculum? We welcomed them into our country. And it's like, gee, I fucking wonder why, you weirdos. Hey. You're reminded of Benedict's words about a future smaller church. Look at the Michigan town that banned non-US flags. How dare they betray us? Oh my god. You like how God is suddenly all about love and acceptance, like the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is not there.
Do you know any other crippled sex kittens that Kirsche org?
The small boats. Small boat invasion of the UK is probably the best thing that can happen. I was joking when I said many, many years ago, before I even started streaming, I was like, look, the way we fix the country, okay, all right, is we have the Muslims come in and they take over, right? We become Sharia law. All the women are walking around in their ninja costumes, yeah? And then the Chinese come in, they destroy the Muslims, and they recolonize in their image, right? And then we can just beat the Chinese. It's that easy. It's that simple. Oh my god. At least Sweden decided to call in the army because they can't handle it. Jesus Christ. Haven't learned from Canada stealing your ideas. Maybe I can give Canada enough ideas that they'll turn around. It's a long strat, but it's a good one. So what language are we learning again? Yes. They like to rag on religious people without realizing that they made the activist garbage their own religion. Yep, pretty much. Good luck with the last part. So that's kind of nuts to have, like, the community manager at 343 say this to her. I didn't even see that one before. Jesus. The post has even made its way to the Halo competitive subreddit, which has also slammed the caster for her exclusion of trans players. Halo is for everyone, one user said. MagickMoonshot is a caster for LVT Halo, a Halo esports community and broadcaster partner at the grassroots level of the esport. The caster is also a community manager for Team Status Quo, a small esports organization with teams in Halo and virtual reality esports. What was that? It was a FaZe Clan guy that said something about, like, homeschooling his kids or whatever, and he also got fucking jumped on by everyone for having that same opinion. Grassroots equal token invites because of identity. For everyone is one of the biggest red flags you notice now. Yeah, I didn't realize that language was, like, fucking unironic dog whistle, but it seems to be. Nick Merckx. I don't remember who it was. I just remember him talking about, like, how he would homeschool his kids and everybody calling him, like, a fucking bigot. Should have woman-only, male-only, trans-only events to see which one people watch. Back in the day, I used to be one of the people who was like, but why wouldn't we just have, like, a trans event, right? Like, if we have a women's league and we have a man's league, why wouldn't we just also have a trans league if the sports thing is such an issue? And then when you slowly realize that the majority of the activists aren't actually dysphorics, they're just ideologues and fetishists, you realize that the third option was never an option because they don't want their own thing. They want to usurp the identity that already exists. And if they can't be in the women's league, you're not reaffirming their identity. And thus they don't want it. You don't mean 2 trans leagues and a men's league? No. They want your thing, yeah. They need to be included. Because there's like 12 trans folks that play sports at that level, so there wouldn't be enough for a league. At this point, I don't know about that. Everyone knows which league people would watch. That's why it has to be imposed from the outside. The men's league. The women's league doesn't get watched. The men's league is what gets watched. And plus they wouldn't be winners. Oh my god. Team Status Quo's founder Michael Flamesword Chavez took to social media to distance the company from MagickMoonshot statements. In light of what I woke up to, SQ supports all, plain and simple. I've been dealing with some stuff off the internet, but I will get to the bottom of this and look to get a clear understanding of the situation. I appreciate your patience. And this is the Status Quo announcement over here, where they announced that they were cutting her, not renewing her contract. At least one partner of the caster, Gamer Advantage, has pulled out of their partnership because of her post. And this is another person, a different person than the other one. Hey, at AdvancedGG and at Gamer Advantage, I believe this is one of your partners using her religion to proudly discriminate against LGBTQIA, specifically trans people. Not a good look. Can someone take a look into this for me, please? These fucking social media busybodies, dude. I hate them. Hey Molly, we appreciate you letting us know about this. Our partnership team are on this and we will deal with it ASAP. Gamer Advantage in no way, shape, or form agrees with what she said. We have partners and members of staff that are a part of the LGBTQIA community. Them fucking Randalls. You hate the phrase, not a good look. Natasha, I've had to make an unfortunate decision this morning with the removal of a longtime partner. As someone who identifies as gay, values that condone hate go against my core beliefs and does not represent Gamer Advantage values. Gaming is for everyone. Hey, there's that phrase again, chat. There's that phrase again. How interesting that they always say that. How interesting. And also, how doubly interesting that they say a long-term partner. If you're involved with organizations that push diversity, equity, and inclusion stats, it doesn't matter how long or how faithful you've been with them, they will cut you off like trash. Because not only do they get to look good by destroying you, they get more people to have eyes on them, and it's publicity for their brand. Hell. Diversity, inclusion, equity, die for short, because that's what they want to do to everything, pretty much. You think Gamer Advantage deleted their stuff? You think so? No, post is still here. Post is still here. Tax cuts. You are state mandated to be woke in your parts? Jeez. Zero outrage that she excluded men from the scrimmage, I note. Men aren't special. Women are also no longer special. I feel like we need freedom of opinion, make it illegal to fire people no matter what you say. No one is special, chat. No one is special. You have to make your own way. Company's director of partnerships has seemingly confirmed that it is no longer affiliated with MagickMoonshot. LVT Halo announced that they will not be contracting MagickMoonshot indefinitely, and that Halo is for everyone. So she got dropped from LVT, she got dropped from Gamers Advantage, she got dropped from Status Quo Esports, she got dropped from absolutely everyone that she was partnered with. This woman had her livelihood cut down and the progress she was making in her career as a caster destroyed because she dared to run a scrim tournament in her own time on her own Discord and want to only have it be for biological women. She's been unpersoned. And it's like watching stuff like this happen is absolutely terrifying, right? Because it feels like sometimes that cancel culture is waning and people are caring less about it. And then you see shit like this where someone is quickly unpersoned in less than 24 hours. And it's just like, how are you even supposed to combat that? You hope I understand now that cancel culture doesn't exist? I hope that's sarcasm, my dude. They'll go after her bank accounts next if they can. This whole situation screams you are free to have any religious belief so long as you contort its teachings into what we believe, pretty much. Please note how no normal gamer guy complained. It's not waning, it's becoming normal. Occasionally you see stuff that, like, makes you feel like, hey, maybe the tides are turning. And then something like this happens and it's like, god damn. Cancel culture is the new witch hunting? Pretty much. I hate the people that when they get called out on their bullshit as well, they always like to do that smarmy, I thought you didn't believe in participating in cancel culture. And it's like, how are you gonna crusade on all of these other people, and then when you get called out on your bullshit, you want to try to be like, well, you're not supposed to come for me. That's against your principles. Hopefully this only makes the lady more popular. I can only hope. So after a few days, after being unpersoned, she came out and said a bit more on the topic, which I, again, haven't read the whole thing. She said, it has been quite the ride over the past 48 hours. I wanted to make this post because I've been asked by many to clarify my position. I will do my very best to speak with honesty from my heart. I have nothing but love for all people. Yesterday and today I was able to have several open conversations over phone calls, Discord, and DMs with people from all walks of life and points of view. As per their advice, I will do my best to clearly communicate my perspective. I've worked on hundreds of events that were open to all people and plan to do many more. My goal with the Ladies Scrim event was to create a space for biological women to compete in Halo as something supplementary to open competitions, not in replacement of other platforms for Halo competition. When I started building out a section of my Discord for these women's scrims, I created a category and role called Lady Spartans. This is when I made the decision to host the event for biological women only. As a Christian, I believe that God designs his creation with an assigned gender, either male or female. I believe that every person has value, and I have no issue interacting, gaming, speaking, etc. with transgender people. I also acknowledge that every person has the right to make choices for themselves. Because of my beliefs, I felt it was dishonest for me to put the Discord tag Lady Spartan on a person that isn't a biological woman. Reading this makes me feel really sad. Because, like, she has to justify not wanting biological men in a woman's space. Because if you criticize this group of people, you get, like, fucking burned at the stake. And it makes me feel a really strange emotion that she has to write all of this, and she had to have so many conversations and video calls and DMs in order to justify her opinion here. They're not holding a digital gun to my head moment. To an SJW, if two men threw stones into a pond, their morals, background, and personal beliefs would be a bigger influence on the resulting splash than the strength of their arm size of the stone. Reality stems from belief, not the other way around to them. Using religion is a smart move. We need to do that now to justify the men invading women's spaces. I don't know if using religion is a smart move. Because, like, you can oppose those things without religion. And if you use religion, a lot of the people that you're trying to talk to are just going to dismiss you. Liz Fong Jones called her up for some girl talk. Jesus Christ. Personal belief. Hold a person accountable by the system they operate on, not just your standards. Have them die by their own sword. Yeah. Potion Dweller, thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you, thank you. Are you weird in thinking she should have said, why are you discriminating against my religion from a legal standpoint? Because nobody cares. No. Look how hard that fucking Christian baker had to fight when he got sued for not making a cake. Like, nobody fucking cares. That's the sad reality. Hellfather, do not glow. They're gonna dismiss you either way, just block them and move on. Yeah, sometimes it's just impossible to talk to a brick wall. You know? Sometimes it's just impossible. For the several women's events across multiple titles that I worked on, either as a caster, organizer, or consultant, I have never tried to tell those groups who to include. In fact, I never even brought up the topic of transgender women. I am not trying to convince people to believe the way that I do, but when it comes to my personal Discord, I needed to stay true to what I believe is right. Well, this is why it's even more insane to me, again, that she is getting any sort of pushback for this. She even is just like, I wasn't doing this in any professional capacity. I never talked to anyone in a professional capacity about doing this. I feel like she probably should have. I feel like instead of just bowing your head and going along with what those above you tell you should happen to women's leagues, maybe you should say something. But not everybody wants to bear that kind of cross. I understand that as well. But it's like, this is literally her personal Discord and her personal time, and she lost everything. This is horrifying to think about. They just want her destroyed? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. She committed thought crime against trans people. Everything she did was already guilty in their eyes. A fruit of the rejecting tree and all that. It's just like, what the fuck kind of world do we live in? And it's like, these they want to claim that they are the ones persecuted when in less than 24 hours this woman lost everything for daring to say, I only want to have biological women playing in my own personal scrims. How are you persecuted when you hold this much power to destroy someone's life? Like that. Like you can't convince me, dude. It's so hard to glow at moments like, or not to glow at moments like this. Yeah, that's why we have a glowy emote. You respect that she held her ground and didn't apologize to save face? It's a really reasonable response, and yet you bet it'll just get pushed further into the dirt? Probably. Probably, dude. It's like, she responded the best way you could in a professional capacity. I would be so fucking pissed. I would not be able to make a rational response like this if I just saw everything I had worked for completely crushed before me. I would be like the man who has nothing left to lose. I would be on a fucking rampage, dude. The groups I previously worked with, both brand partnerships and organizations, were all open contracts where either party could walk away for any reason. I enjoyed my time working with each group and appreciate the people involved. Even though I disagree with their decisions, I hold no ill will towards any of them. Oh, fucking, I would hold all the fucking ill will, dude. I would hold all of the ill will. There's, like, I understand that when you put yourself in these positions, you're working with companies inherently that hate you and hate the things you believe. So, like, you're playing a game of Risk the entire time, right? But it's like, you can't just give up on making a living. You can't just roll over and die like they want. So you have to a point, play their fucking game. And even though I can speak mostly freely, I'm still on Twitch. I still have to self-censor on some topics. I can't say words that I would like to use a lot of the time. And I am still, like this woman, in the dangerous waters of people trying to, like, at people I work with. And it's like, I'm always grateful for companies like Gameforge who have had a great time with me, who would work with me again. People like GamerSups, people like Headshot. People that aren't going to just cave at the first sign of, like, someone having a not corporate held opinion. I'm a real gamer. No gamer words on the game streaming site. There's no point being angry at these people. They're too far gone, and they'll just feel the axe hit the back of their neck too late. Just look at Bud Light, Disney, etc. Well, we'll get into Bud Light too, baby. Don't you worry. Must be said, cancellation is just a very polite California-approved version of death sentence. Pretty much. They're not physically killing you. They're just killing your ability to make a living. How do you feel that a person who wants to live like a deer can decide to block your income? It feels pretty bad. These people think they're punk and rebellious, which is even weirder. I'm so punk, I believe in all of the mainstream and corporate-approved opinions. I want to uphold the corporate status quo. I'm so punk, dude. There's more to Bud Light again? Yeah, there's a little bit. There's some seething over Bud Light I tweeted about. If you've read this far, thank you for hearing me out. I want to especially thank the many people who checked up on me in the last 2 days. both people who agree with my perspective and friends who disagree, but respect my right to hold my own beliefs. I especially want to thank the many Christians who offered scriptures of encouragement and prayers. I don't know where I go from here. If I have a path, or if I have to leave the gaming space behind, I'm willing to do that. But if God gives me a path forward in this space, I will follow it. Game on, be the light, onward and upward. MagickMoonshot. And I hope she gets in contact with other companies, and other companies are willing to give her opportunities. Because, like, the way that she has been treated is just absolutely fucking unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. For someone wanting to do something in their own free time, in their private server, they should be able to hold whatever kind of tournaments that they want. It has nothing to do with their professional abilities or what they do in their professional time. Looks like she's talking to Coffee Brand. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, quartering. Being paid a living wage is a human right. It gets you fired from your job and blacklisted from the industry. Make it make sense. That's because they don't see you as human. Remember when the punch a Nazi thing was popular? A Nazi wasn't a real Nazi. It was anyone who disagreed with you. And if anyone who disagrees with you is a Nazi, and Nazis aren't human, and you can freely do with them as you please, it stands to reason that you are not human. And they don't see you as human. And thus it's okay that you lose your job, and you lose your income. I feel like the punk argument doesn't hold much weight because most punk people were left-leaning in the 90s, and now more people on the left are vocal. Their opinions haven't changed, but you expect them to change because it's popular to think that way now. No. The punk was counterculture, anti-government, anti-establishment, anti-war. So it was more like classical liberal, where they hated the entirety of the establishment and not sucked the establishment's dick.
Just bought your hoodie cause I wanted to treat myself. 3. Ever since I started listening to your tangents, I've come to realize how fucked society has become. It pisses me off.
Helen Riser, thank you for the heckin' $10 doodles. I hope you enjoy the hoodie, my guy. I hope you find it very comfy. Thank you for the $10 doodles. And I hope when you listen to how fucked society is in my streams, it doesn't black pill you, but instead it makes you feel motivated to do what you can to improve the state that we are in. Punks in Poland were anti-communism. Now they're commies. It's fucking weird. The problem with punk was that we all realized too late they didn't mean fuck the establishment. They meant fuck the establishment that doesn't give me everything I want on a silver platter. Yeah. A lot of the punk bands in the 80s were skinheads. Yes. A lot of the punk bands were unironic racist. Just motivates you to invest in food, water, and more ammo. Hell yeah, you can never have enough ammo, chat. They want to fuck the government. So this whole scenario with this woman just makes me feel real bad. I'm kind of curious about the retweets to this. Don't care. Why does this whole situation remind me of this? A perfect example of why you shouldn't follow an outdated religious book word for word. This is why I can't stand women anymore. How dare women express their right to create a woman-only Discord channel and Halo tournament with their own rules simply because they want to have fun with other women. It's disgusting. Oh god. Oh god. I didn't think it would be this long. Long form bait. No, this is actually really good. This is actually really good because it looks like a genuine leftist post because it's so fucking long. Like, I knew she was making a joke, but I did not expect it to be this good. I'll read it. It's disgusting and is incredibly offensive to my friend Emily. This woman is clearly saying that Halo is not for everyone. It is unacceptable. We must tell everyone that Halo is for everyone, and thereby indirectly push the narrative that this woman hates trans people and lead a crusade against her because she deserves to be bullied. She is most definitely a bigot, just like the other 2.38 billion Christians and 2 billion Muslims around. Oh, well, you see, now you've lost the plot. As a good little
a good little cock-sucking lib shit. You can't insult the Muslims. You can't say that the Christians and the Muslims believe this. That's bad. You've now lost the plot, and you are also an enemy. Congratulations. Please look forward to your life destruction. Despite that, she had previously organized public events that were open to all people, including trans people, and had never once said who can and can't join. But this time, she wants to create a private Discord channel and Halo tournament for biological females only. She just wants to have a woman-only event and a fun time with the ladies. We will not tolerate this! We're all about love, inclusivity, respect, acceptance, and tolerance, and we will continue to push our rainbow-colored love is love signs in their faces and force our ideologies down their throats until they accept us. Gaming is for everyone, even though we ourselves host LGBT gaming events, which exclude every non-LGBT person, but that's irrelevant. Instead of practicing what we preach, we will not tolerate this bigotry, and we will shun this woman for wanting to create a woman-only space and adhering to her religious values, which we obviously know better than her and religious scholars. Please help me condemn this woman by repeating after me, Halo is for everyone! This is Emily. Gaming is for everyone as long as they agree with us. Yeah, right? As long as you suck the girl dick, you're welcome. Oh my god. Never liked Halo, same. Never liked Halo, saying, you know what's funny, chat? When I was still partnered with NMAS, we had a community manager that made the game fucking horrendous. We had a community manager named Kit Teacup. And whenever people wanted to rag on Kit Teacup for not knowing anything about the game that she moderates and has a say over, her go-to insult would be that they're misogynist and that she is a real gamer, and that by saying she's not a real gamer, they're participating in patriarchy. And there are quite a few screenshots of her replying to community members in this manner, and then not even understanding that red means don't stand in it when she did, like, community streams. And it's like, nobody in a game expects the community managers or the developers or people who work on it to be good at the game. The expectation is to at least know how the game works. You don't have to be good at it. You can be trash and no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care as long as you understand how it works. And there are many videos. There's one video that's like pinned in my waifu chat of Kit Teacup. And when NMAS was dissolved and was no longer a company, Kit Teacup celebrated her being signed on to 343 and working on Halo. And I remember when this happened, my exact words were, she's Halo's problem now. And man, does she ever fit in there? I mean, red on ground means get heals. Oh my god. And here we are. Gotta be a special kind of coconut to not understand red equals bad. How does she even drive? It's real funny, dude. Boy, did Halo take a nosedive around that time, huh? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. This transphobic individual does not represent the greater casting community. Trans people belong in esports, period. It's 2023. Please be better. Oh my god. This guy, is he a troll account? 2,000 followers? No, there's an Overwatch and Rocket League caster. Well, everyone who plays Rocket League has autism, so, I mean, there we go. But we got so many fucking talking points here. He has transphobic capitalized, does not represent greater casting community. Trans people belong, period, with a period. Please be better. Current year? This man is like an amalgamation of memes. He's not even real. This man isn't real, chat.
What a
Oh my god.
out of 10.
NPC programming is real.
Milky Guns! Thank you for converting your Proom to a tier 1 sub, dude. Thank you.
Is this a fucking bot? According to your beliefs, you should shut the fuck up. 100 Bible verses about the role of women. 1 Timothy 2:12. I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. Wow. Wow, it's one of those people that don't believe in their religion but want to use Bible verses against them. Holy shit. We didn't even have to scroll far to find one. We didn't even have to scroll far to find one. And you know what? That's exactly what you're pushing for, Mr. Sev Ware. You're pushing for trans women, biological men, to tell women to shut the fuck up. So congratulations, you're actually living by that Bible verse. You did it. What's the context of that rule? I don't know. Probably not the correct context that he's trying to use. What did Timothy mean by this? It's a whole new level of cringe to exclude women from practicing Halo with other women and triple down on your beliefs because you're obsessed with what's in other people's pants. What would Jesus do? Definitely not anything you're doing. Halo is for everyone. Jesus Christ, they do repeat it like a fucking cult mantra. Actually, wait, he's in the right. Her trying to have a girls-only club and exclude males means she's disobeying the part about not exercising control over a male. Yeah. That was the joke that I made. Gotta head to work in a few minutes. Have a good work time, paper guide. Jesus would smite. It's almost like you can interpret words in any way you want with a big enough book. Imagine. Just stop playing video games and make something. Dude was a fucking carpenter, right? Holy shit. Please learn the difference between sex and gender. Also, this definitely isn't an apology. Feels more like a justification/excuse. Nothing learned from those conversations, just more people using religion to spread hate. Story thousands of years old. Mr. David Myers, are you so used to people getting on their knees and capitulating and saying, I'm sorry, massa, I'll do better. I will believe your beliefs and not step out of line again. I'm sorry. Are you so used to people doing that to you that you just expect an apology anytime someone has a different fucking opinion? The fuck is wrong with you? Imagine someone standing their ground and having actual principles to stand by what they believe. Of course it's not a fucking apology. And also, please learn the difference between sex and gender. I hope you're ready to get fucking outed from your cult, because sex and gender are no longer two different things. Now they're saying, I am a woman, therefore I was born biologically a woman even if I have a penis. So get fucked! You don't even believe the correct thing anymore. Sex is a description of reality. Gender is a failed theory coined by one of the few people you would ever actually describe as actual evil. I was really shocked. I guess I shouldn't have been shocked, but I was shocked when we were watching the Zoophilia documentary and there was just a fucking surprise John Money jump scare. I was like, what the fuck is John Money doing in a Zoophilia documentary? What is happening? The timelines are merging. Worst cameo ever. Smith, thank you for the prune. Thank you for the prune. He didn't download the patch. He tried downloading the horsecock patch into his transgender patch, and it didn't cooperate. You know, it caused some issues. I want Kirsche to call you master. I wanted. Oh my god. Sell your cloak and buy a sword. What was the name of that documentary? That's a good fucking question. TLDR for those. I still won't let trans women play in a tournament because of my bigoted beliefs, but I will pass it on to my religion and use it as a scapegoat. Basically, she doubled down again. Good! Good! More people should double down. And it wasn't even a tournament, it was just scrims, and it was in her personal fucking Discord. How about I tell you that you're not being inclusive enough? You have to have some fucking, you have to have some KKK members in your little fucking play group. How about we get the Nation of Islam? How about we get some of those people in your fucking friend group? You don't want them? That's not very inclusive of you, you bigot. Just let the woman have her penis-free zone. No! The penises must be free! Like in Cyberpunk! Just got your second merch shipment. Stuff is really good quality. Thank you! I'm glad you enjoy it, Wing Tooth. Thank you. Free Willy. Free Willy! Halo is for all penises! Gotta have at least one skinhead in every event to be inclusive. I wonder how many times, like, someone is, like, a big, beefy, muscly, hairy man, but he's had cancer, and he's bald, and someone's mistaken him for a skinhead, but he's just like, no, I've had cancer. I would love to perceive a situation like that. Do the black Hebrew Israelites count as white supremacists under current year standards? They're the black face of white supremacy and cultural appropriation of Hebrewism. Can you redo the last hour? I have to pee again. Yeah, nobody cares. Check out the adorable cosplays done by me, a trans woman. What a weird thing to promote yourself on. I'm gonna be real. That's like the people who were trying to use my fucking flavor sexual assault tweet joke as like a platform to promote themselves. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't even get me started on Warhammers for everyone announcement during the Floyd riots, because nothing says big business like getting PR without having to do any actual effort. Imagine. Go pee and get a guanoa. I peed like an hour ago. I can't take another break so quickly. Very disappointing to see her doubling down on her choice and still using religion as an excuse for blatant transphobia. It was in her private Discord. What the fuck are these people smoking? Why are we surprised Twitter users are being window lickers? I just like, man, the double down is just crazy. Stop using religious beliefs as an excuse for your bigotry. TLDR, I'm a transphobic bigot and I'm tripling down. TERF confirms they're a TERF in a second transphobic tweet. We're in the end game and that's all I have to say. The fact that you doubled down and your decision is because you're Christian just proves you're not genuinely sorry for what you said. She didn't apologize. All of these people just assume that they're going to get capitulated to as soon as they fucking pitchfork someone. That's so fucking crazy to me. That's so fucking crazy. I was like, I just don't even know what to say. I bet half of these people pushing this shit aren't even dysphoric. It's just like, Jesus Christ. And these are the same people who would stone you if you don't suck the cock. Problem is the radicals make everything harder for regular trans people just trying to go through their fucking day. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why even when reading this crazy fucking insane asinine bullshit, it's just like, please don't be like the talking heads on the right in media. Always try to distinguish the fact that regular dysphoric people are different from these fucking crazy ones. These people aren't dysphoric. But so many machines in the comments. You bet half of them don't even play Halo. I would bet that like barely any of these people are actually trans. And I would bet almost none of them play Halo. I just wish the best for all, right? Problem for letting those people fester within the community, honestly. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard when you are an actual, like, tiny group to be like, well, hold on. We should do something about these people. And then the ones that actually were, like, Blair White and Buck Angel had been talking about this sect of people for ages. The people that actually do speak out about it get probably way more death threats than any of the other people who aren't actually trans speaking out about it. You know, require people to be dysphoric, but the amount of non-dysphorics that you'd consider actually trans are even less than dysphorics. There's just more drama, tourists. It's a prime example of why gatekeeping is good when done right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. People are the same snakes who complain about whores getting their nudes leaked online and screech about the expectations of privacy, but when a person goes through the trouble of having a conversation in a private channel, if it gets leaked, they think it's fair game to shame and blame. There's no such thing as privacy behind closed doors to them, only privilege and the patronage that protects you from scrutiny. I can't remember who it was, but there was like some politician on the right that had like pictures of him doing some sort of fetish thing in his own bedroom, so behind closed doors, in his own home. And he got pictures of this leaked. And everybody was like, you know, wanting to lampoon him and like bemoan him and talk shit about him. It wasn't Wiener. Wiener's not on the right. But it's just like, how can you be on the left and openly propagate fetishes in public and then also want to demean a Republican who was doing it behind closed doors? Like, I don't understand, dude. I don't fucking understand. Try almost none of them. A 2022 study showed that about 1 in 100,000 men have gender dysphoria. It's very rare. And it's even rarer in women, but 1.5 of US teens and 0.5% of adults now identify. So about 1 out of 50 trans-identifying adults suffer from gender dysphoria, and that's under the charitable assumption that all gender dysphoria sufferers identify as trans. Yeah, I mean, I'm just using numbers to make a sentence. I don't actually have statistics on hand to pull up. You hear Cat? Yeah, Cat's fucking going nuts, dude. It's a social contagion. Yeah, there's definitely people that are doing it for social acceptance and attention, for ideological reasons, to push different things that they believe in and they want to see changed in government. And then there's people that are doing it for fetishistic reasons. All of them are bad actors just for different reasons. And they're annoying for the majority of us, but they're actually harmful and damaging to actual transgender dysphoric people. The cat is pissed! Cat is being activated. It's the same with goth and emo, but this trend is way more destructive. You want me to pee for you? You gotta pee too? I can try to link up. Oh my god. I only got through one story, chat! My tangent abilities! They're failing me! I can't tangent like I used to. My bladder's too small after the donathon. Knowing a few conservative trans people who just want to have quiet, normal lives makes their lives worse is sad to hear. People often wonder why trans folk are scared to speak up. It's the system using a new way to fuck everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that there are brave trans people, again, like Blair and like Buck, who will speak out against things like this happening.